After a hotly contested start to the series, what's in store for us here? It's Game 2 of the ALDS. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Texas Rangers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, fellas, there is nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Michael Wacha is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, remember, he will show that cutter just to keep the hitter off balance and basically to keep the hitter honest. Doesn't want him sitting on certain pitches.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Rangers will align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive. Has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
Tapped out in front of home. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Stepping in now, number 30. Russell's got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting third, shortstop
Carlos Correa will stand in, coming off a great performance in the Game 1 victory.
And he really is the X factor in this lineup. If he can stay hot, they're going to have a good chance of pulling this thing out.
Wacha steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know these guys come into this game obviously feeling pretty good about themselves. They got that important win on the road in Game 1. And I think now the hope is to just push the envelope a little bit. Play pretty aggressive baseball, and you maybe get a chance to have that 2-0 lead before you even set foot in your own home park.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order. Now time now to look at Jeff Bannister's Rangers lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you know, these guys were shut out last time out. And hey, that's going to happen here in the postseason. I mean, it's not like you're facing these journeyman number 4, number 5 starters anymore. Once you get into the postseason, it's the best of the best. You're seeing number 1s, number 2s, and you know, they've got another tough assignment here. But hey, no question, this offense has to get going if they're going to hang around in this series at all.
Addison Russell is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Ichiro on the move, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
batting third.
Bryce Harper gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Hit out towards second. Castro has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. After 1, no score. Billy Butler Will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1.
Well, when you have a guy like Country Breakfast in the middle of your lineup, you're going to see some big bombs and timely hitting. Let's see what he can do right here.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. After several seasons in Kansas City, the team that originally drafted him, Butler, moved on to Oakland via free agency.
Yeah, his numbers kind of dwindled a bit in his last couple seasons in Kansas City, but he is a professional type hitter, and he's still definitely a threat.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Harper has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting sixth,
Joey Gallo into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Waka's ready. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
And you know, he's a guy that's definitely going to attack you with the fastball. He's got a good one, so why not?
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2.
That threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. David Ortiz strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. Right side and right into the shift. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
second baseman, Steve Pierce.
Now to the plate, Steve Pierce, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Here's Robbie Grossman, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Ready on 1-2. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second. Castro's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Salvador Perez will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And a base hit now, as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because it would have taken his head off.
Standing in now, Alan Hansen, as he'll take a look at ball one. And he thought... And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Waka comes set. Here's the 3-1. And the count will be full. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away. So a runner on first with one out now, and in steps the dangerous Ichiro. First delivery to him on the way. Ground ball to second. This could be two. To second for one. On to Ortiz. Not in time, so they just get the one.
Kind of lucky to get an out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he'll swing and hit this one hard but foul off to the left and out of play. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And this pitch is looked at for a ball, and that'll even the count of the Rays' second baseman at 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Full count, 3-2.
And now, 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Third inning, no score to this point. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Rays strand just the one. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Javier Baez will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
First offering on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Desmond Jennings will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Left fielder, number 30.
Waka looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Carlos Correa stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. And the pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Bounced weakly near the plate. Castillo scoops it up. Throw over to Ortiz. Gets him 2 down.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the right-handed hitting Billy Butler. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Brett Gardner will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone. All that can do is tie you up.
Number 30 will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting.
Addison Russell is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup. Give him a different look.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. Bryce Harper digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 1-2 pitch. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Still 2-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Chris Davis will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
On the ground near home. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. Waka gets the sign. 0-2 pitch on its way. That misses. 1-2. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. On the ground to the left side. A dive by Baez. He's out.
Oh, love it.
Now batting, first baseman.
At the plate, Joey Gallo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Into the windup and the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper is there. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The catcher, number 13.
Now at the plate, Salvador Perez. He singled his last time up.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the 2nd hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Weak roller right side. Gonna be a tough play. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Tampa. Halfway home, still no score. David Ortiz comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Looking up is the left fielder. Gone! A solo home run for David Ortiz. His first homer so far in the series. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0. Here's Steve Pearce now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1.
But one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Hit hard towards center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Let's get another look at this swing in show motion. You see, this pitch is down, but look at his head. Right on the ball all the way. And then you see his hands leading right through the zone. Just drives this ball right back up the middle.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Robbie Grossman is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. Now he turns on one and rips it down the line. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. Javier Baez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
One run on 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Fastball called strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Oh, and he really located when he needed to there. And that might have been the first time in the entire inning that something went his way, but that's an important out right there.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. And if you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Center fielder, number 8.
Looking to minimize the damage here, Desmond Jennings is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Looking to keep this a 1-run game on the ground to third. He's got it. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. But the Rangers are in the run column first. Ichiro Suzuki will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had him off balance all game.
Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is going to be extra bases here leading off the 6th. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot. A couple more of these could get him right back into it.
Starlin Castro will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Well, obviously, you want a base hit here and hopefully tie this game. But a ground ball to the right side, that wouldn't be so bad either.
Nope.
And he lays off for ball 1. Trying to hold the lead. And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Number 30 will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Carlos Correa will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first, and it's a double play, though that first run of the ball game is across to score.
Now batting.
So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and that'll bring up the DH, Billy Butler. This is in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it, and that's the third out. Brett Gardner will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1.
He's just cruising out there now. I tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Addison Russell will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Ball 1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting. Right.
Bryce Harper will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him. 1
run on 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Rangers set down in order. Still tied 1 apiece. Welcome back to Arlington. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Chris Davis will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Baez. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Joey Gallo will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Gardner going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left. His first homer here in the series. And the Rays take a 2-1 lead.
Boy, and for how well he's pitched so far, it's hard to believe that he could stand to be the losing pitcher, but that's the scenario he faces now as he serves up the lead on this home run.
The catcher.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. Throw over to Ortiz, gets him 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman,
Alan Hansen will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat. To short, hit hard. Gloved by Russell. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. 1 for the Rays on the solo home run. David Ortiz will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a 1-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Steve Pearce will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Yeah, make it 3 straight strikeouts for him now. But what's impressive is that these aren't just any hitters up there. These are the 3, 4, and 5 guys in the lineup. And he went through them like they weren't even there.
Robbie Grossman is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. So stepping in, Javier Baez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says
looking at a fastball to end the inning. Ichiro will stand in to lead off when we come back. 8th inning coming up. Tampa Bay leads this one 2-1. J.P. Howell will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. And there is Ichiro loosening up now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Hit hard up the middle. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the eighth.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Number 30 steps in now. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Drilled on the ground to short. One there. Over to Ortiz in time for the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. You know, nothing gets you off the hook after back-to-back singles, quite like a double play ball to that third guy.
Carlos Correa will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Pierce ranging into shallow right, and that ends the inning. Rays strand just the 1. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Wellington Castillo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Davis moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Desmond Jennings stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Davis is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Brett Gardner will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They still trail it here 2-1. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge with Dallas in the background as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Billy Butler will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Smoke toward the hole. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
And this is just a great job of protecting him. You can see this pitch is down. It's away. It's a borderline strike if it's in the strike zone at all, yet he just reaches out and slaps it into right field.
Here's Chris Davis now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Now he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
Sean Kelly come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Now this ball lined into right field. That's a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. In to score the runner from third. And he is in there.
Now here's a good look from up above here. This ball is just scalded right over the first baseman's head and down into the corner. He'll coast in with a 2-bagger, and that'll bring home 2.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Now a high fly ball down the right field line that should at least get the runner to third. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second, make it 5-1.
I feel like I've seen this before. That is 3 straight doubles now. How often do you see that? He's going to drive in another run here as the big inning continues.
Into the box now, Alan Henson. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing. Gardner is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Ichiro Suzuki ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Grounded to short. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Second baseman,
Starlin Castro digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Harper is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
now batting,
Number 30 stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out. And he's back standing. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, Matt, the pitcher may have thought the runner might be on the move right there, so he slide steps to hang on to him.
And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on. Addison Russell will stand in to start off the 9th here with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Left side. And he's retired here, 1 away.
now batting, right fielder,
Bryce Harper will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
David Ortiz will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss, and now the Rangers are down to their final strike here.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 5-1. Good night from Arlington.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 5 runs on 11 hits.